Achieving financial freedom and retiring at an early age is indeed a dream for numerous people across the globe. And nowadays, early retirement is becoming extremely popular. In fact, a movement called FIRE has sprung up around early retirement. It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. What's up guys, welcome back to Glory Investing Show. In our today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can retire by the age of 30. However, before we go any further, make sure to subscribe to Glory Investing Show and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss any updates. So grab a drink guys, or even better, grab your wallets and let's talk about how to retire early. We need to discuss whether you can retire at age 30 or not. Well, the answer is yes, you can definitely retire early if you know how to save and invest your money. You should also keep in mind that it will require a lot of work and frugality up front. Moreover, investment is a risky business. And when the remaining years of your life depend on how your investment portfolio performs, you need to take some serious steps. You will need to change the way you think about money, and you will have to calculate how much you need to retire early. With that being said, let's talk about the 5 steps to retire early. And we will then discuss the 4% rule, so make sure you watch this video until the end. Now, many people think that early retirement is all about accumulating as much money as they can. However, this might not be 100% true. Instead, early retirement is about having enough money in your bank account to feel free. Retiring early not only means that you must have enough savings to support you for longer, but it also means that those savings will have more time to grow. You need to understand that as long as the amount you withdraw from your savings is less than the profit earned from your investments in that year, your savings will continue to grow. In this way, your investment portfolio can support you throughout your retirement. So you see, the key is to understand how money works. Oh my god. The next step is to figure out how much money do you need to retire at age 30. Do you need $1 million or should you have $3 million in your bank account by the time you retire? JP Livingston blogs about how to retire early on themoneyhabit.com. Well, Livingston retired with over $2.25 million at the age of 28. According to JP Livingston, you should target a safe 3% annual withdrawal rate. However, a wealth strategist at PNC Wealth Management, Aaron Brand, suggests that it should be 2%. Now, in order to determine how much money you should have by the time you retire, you need to divide what you will spend in retirement by the target withdrawal rate. For example, you expect that you will spend $45,000 after taxes each year, and you target a 3% annual withdrawal rate. You will need around $1.5 million in your account to retire. Now the question is, how will you save this much money by the time you retire? One of the most efficient ways to save $1.5 million by the time you retire is to reduce your expenses. The less you spend today, the more you will have for your retirement. Livingston says, if you want to retire by 30, you probably need to be saving at least 50% of your after-tax money. Yes, it seems really difficult, but it is not impossible. Well, most of the early retirees have done this. Decreasing your expenses and increasing your income is the key to increase your savings. I would suggest that you create a list of all your expenses and analyze which of them you can eliminate. And on the other hand, you also need to start increasing your income. You can either learn a new skill or invest your money in stocks, bonds, and REITs, etc. If you want to know what are some of the best stocks to invest in out there, check out my other videos. And did you know that an average American spends more than 70% of their income on housing, transportation, and food? Well, trimming your expenses in these areas will definitely have the greatest impact on your savings. The most important thing here is to find the cost-cutting strategies that work for you. I started saving 30% of my paycheck and investing in Roth IRA and Robinhood app that you can download and grab your free stock, by the way. Plan is to create more and more passive dividend income that will pay for my bills when I decide to retire. If your company offers to match your 401k, definitely use that opportunity and contribute some money in it. And the last step is to invest your money. Grant Sabatier runs millennialmoney.com and he retired at the age of 30 with $1.25 million. Back in August 2010, this man had just $2.26 in his bank account and he was also unemployed. And only 5 years later, he had $1.25 million in his savings account. According to Grant Sabatier, The key to early investment is setting up your passive income streams so you're making money on your money. Now, there are numerous ways to accomplish this goal. You can set up a business, or you can invest in the stock market. Investing in real estate is also an excellent idea. According to Livingston, for the vast majority of stock market investors who want to retire by 30, the best strategy is to invest in lower cost index funds tracking the overall US stock market, like the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund or its ETF version. On the other hand, Sabatier says, if you're just starting out, be as aggressive as possible because short-term fluctuations won't matter. With that being said, let's talk about the 4% rule, which is really popular among people who want to retire early. This is a common rule of thumb in retirement planning to help you avoid running out of money in retirement. According to this rule, you can comfortably withdraw 4% of your savings in your first year of retirement. You can then adjust the amount for inflation for every subsequent year without risking running out of money for at least 30 years. Although this formula has worked for numerous people, you must keep in mind that you should first consider whether it is right for your situation or not. It is important to note that this rule assumes that your investment portfolio contains around 40% bonds and 60% stocks. Moreover, the 4% rule also assumes that your spending level will stay the same throughout your retirement. Now, if both of these things are true in your situation, you can follow the 4% rule. You might also want to know that this is an older rule and it does not guarantee that you will not run short of funds. It will work depending on how your investment portfolio performs. According to a report published with the Motley Fool on July 8, 2021, you should be aware that the 4% rule is an older rule. Following it no longer necessarily guarantees you won't run short of funds. If you want to be 100% sure you won't run out of money, following the 4% rule likely isn't the best choice. Not only is it an older rule, but it also doesn't account for changing market conditions. In a recession, it is probably not wise to step up your withdrawal amounts. You may even want to reduce them slightly. But when the markets are doing well, you might be able to withdraw more than 4% comfortably. So like I said, do your research before you choose your strategy, guys. Create a budget for what you need to spend once you retire. Be prudent with your assumptions and don't assume that you will be frugal. Assume that you will more or less maintain your current situation and spending. Start with the mandatory payments and the ones you cannot survive without. Food, shelter, and basic transportation needs should be factored in. Your monthly budget should then be rolled up yearly to see exactly how much your family will need per year. Some of you are probably looking at these numbers and thinking, how will I ever have a portfolio this big? Well, let me tell you, if you're investing $30 a week into ETF that mirrors S&P 500, which has average return on 10% since 1962, 1 year later, you will have $2,193. 5 years later, you will have $13,287. 10 years later, you will have $34,626. 30 years later, you will have $357,097. And 50 years later, you will have $2,526,696. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Remember that. And in the end, let me tell you that if you want to retire early, you will have to focus on investing your money the right way, saving enough money in your savings account, and figuring out how much you should spend each year after you retire. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so other people can find this video and start their FIRE journey. If you have not already subscribed to Glory Investing Show, subscribe to it and press that bell button so you'll be notified each time we upload an interesting video on this channel. And while you are here, click to watch one of these 3 videos that are appearing on your screen. We'll see you there. Take care and stay tuned.